Hi, welcome to today's video. This is a pile of junk, but if you notice on top of the junk, that is a gas tank. People have asked, what is this? This is a gas tank. This is how I fuel my car. I did not buy or make a fancy tank. I found a reman tank factory replica for the old 52. So here you go. I'm trying to explain stuff while I'm doing it. So the drain plug came right here where this 90 is, and it has a natural sump kind of built into the tank. So I took a 90, converted it to a fuel line that I can hook onto, and then it'll just run across. I'll have a filter, I'll show you later. And then that other line I was pointing at, that right there, that is my original fuel source, but the diesel needs a return and a source. So I will source from a sump, which is in that drain at the 90, and I'll return in the original fuel sucker line. So this is how I fuel it. This is the original 52 coronet filler nozzle sticker out of your fender thingy, which I think is just fine because I don't really care. I gotta get on my creeper, but I have somebody in the way. There you go. Look at that. Tank's all mounted in there with the aftermarket straps and tank. The 90 is up above the rear axle, so hopefully I smash my axle on something before the tank, which is the fantasy. I gotta get my lines where they go. Over to here. I already got them run to the front, so just some flex, and it's the diesel rated kind, so woohoo. So after I looked at it, of course my inspectors had to come look at it. Do you see anything? It's a tank. It's a car. I like cars. But did you miss anything? Is something missing? Hold on, let me check. Yes, I see major problems here, and here, and here. Your car's junk. Thanks. And then, of course, if one kid can inspect the car, so can another. Look how big he is. Getting on his inspecting cart, laying on the pillow, and then wondering how the heck to get under the car. So, do you see anything, mister? It's a car. Do you see anything wrong? Yes. What is it? This. Don't hang on it. But yes, that is the thingy that needs fixed. Good job. Whee! I'm a rocket. Right into Dad's knees. Thanks, son. Alright, so anyway, I got my fuel lines put on after my inspection was over. I put a little inline filter here because, I just wanted a filter there to make sure everything was going to be smooth and nice and not clog up my other filter. I just feel like it's smart to have multiples. The return line, you can see it flexed into there. Boom. And so everything's plumbed in. The fuel lines are working good. I think it's going to be a good idea. It makes sense to me. And if it makes sense to me and I own the car, forget what the world thinks until it blows up on me. I'm fine. So, with the fuel line done, next is to figure out how to make the rest of this stuff work, right? So I put a fan belt on, like you can see. I got the brake lines built, and then the fans built. And then I realized this amazing thing. In the 50s, they tied the brakes together and brought up one line. Well, in the modern age, they bring up two lines for the front, and they don't trust the other. So anyway, here's my fuel lines. Here you go, that pump. Remember in the last video, it had a line shooting across the steering. Now it's got a 90. I did put the steering column in so you can see it through the dash in just temporarily. So the steering wheel's in there. It fits, goes around everything. I got to make a video on that for you. But yeah, so you can see the lines. Those are the brake lines are now in. The two front, one for the rear. The clutch is in. Everything's bled. Brakes bled. Clutch bled. Steering's in. Fuel system's in. Now I got to do this. So this is your Cummins solenoid fuel pump off and on solenoid fuel shutoff. It closes and opens fuel line. See? Open, close, open, close, open, close. And it's usually electronically actuated, but I don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to delete this, and this, and this, and I'm going to use that spot there. And I'm going to mount a bracket and a cable and a thing, and it's easier if I just show you. So, magic. Hours of thinking. Boom. So now that piece is gone. And you can see this little piece here is bolted on with a little, I don't know, tie rod heim joint thingy. And it ties into there. I got my throttle cable line hooked up. I'm not strong enough to cut it yet. I'm still scared. Everything scares me. But yeah, so now to kill the car, you have that lever where the 3 on the tree used to be. And you can just pull it like that. And that turns the fuel pump off. See the position? It's off. In case you don't know. See? Off. And then you go out and you got to start the car. You push it in. I got this idea from a farm tractor I used when I was a little kid. And I figured if it worked for a farm tractor, it'll work for me. So with the fuel system all working, throttle pedal tied in, steering tied in, it is time for the amazing thing called, let's start this thing and see if she moves, because I've never tested the clutch, the drive, the axles, nothing. Let's see. Do you hear that sound? Is it running? No, that's an illusion. I have a 93 one-ton truck, and it's running as my jumper car. So the diesel sounds you hear, while beautiful and Cummins, are not on the right vehicle. But I thought I'd leave the sound so you can hear that. This is what it did forever. And I had the kid raise the RPM on the truck to get a little more power out of the alternator. You can hear it humming. And still, ooh. You know how disappointing that sound is. Anyone who's ever had a dead battery goes, yeah, I know that sound. The thing I love about the Cummins is they don't need batteries or anything once they're running. Since I deleted the fuel solenoid, shutoff solenoid, I don't even need that. So now he's revving it even higher. Clicky click, all I get. So I'm thinking it's got to be something I'm doing wrong because I got it to fire up earlier. Look at that stumped Jake. Wow. Turn it off. Done. Ooh, more kicking. See the ground? I'm adjusting grounds. I'm adjusting wires. Because to start it, you need a lot of power. So I'll keep messing with it here. Look at this. That's what a stumped Jake looks like. See the battery charger, the extra cables, the big battery. It's sounding right.
I think your car's camera shy.
Yes, it is. But you got all these cables. It looks like a Frankenstein party. I just pushed the start button, like, come on, start the car. So you have it charging the battery. Instead of running my truck, it's nice and quiet, but you're like, come on. It's alive. And I hope you enjoy that sound, because I know I do. So this is my radiator bypass. I bypassed the radiator, but I didn't add any water yet, so let me fix that. This is the only video of Jake running I hope you ever get to see. And that's me making sure the block has water in it. I'm trying to flush the block, so I was driving it a little bit, and then I'd drain it, and then I'd fill it, and drain it, fill it, drain it, fill it, drain it, and then it got hot, and I stopped draining it. But now, I get to show you what I got to do. So after years of working on this car, doing all this stuff, tearing it clear down to the nothing land and back, I tore off all the charger. There's nothing holding me back. There's no battery. There's nothing, right? Does the clutch work? We shall find out. Engine has not run in a long time. But look at that. It's moving. And of course this is safe, and everyone drives without doors and fenders and hoods, bumpers, windshields, mirrors, headlights, blinkers, battery. basically it just works. It's like a giant go-kart at this point, and I don't know how to drive, so I stuck it in granny gear. And that is full speed granny gear.
No, I saw it first.
So here I am. You can see me coming. Ready? Listen to this. Beautiful turbo, horrible downshift, and turbo into the open is crazy loud. So I pull it in. I check the temperature, make sure it's cold.
Looks funny, but
Drained all the water out. Once it's all good to go again, here I go. I got some people run. Don't worry, the kids are safe. No kids were hurt in making this video. So that's the Harley driving by, not my car. So what would you think if you saw this driving down your road? I know my neighbors looked at me like, what the crap? This is my kids and such wanting to get in the car. Since I already had a couple. These are the ones that were running at it a minute ago. They now know to run away. So I'm still learning the brakes. They're all brand new. So, these all the kids wanting to ride in the car. So that kid was freaking out because he went over a bump with basically a motor and a frame. So, you know, it's safe. I believe it's this one. If you listen very closely, you will witness. This is the one, I believe, yes. Let's see if it's it. Ready? I want you to listen very closely. That was the first burnout of my car. I took it on a couple more runs. I did check temperature a lot. Ready? Get out. I hear noises. I'm trying to see, did I ruin the engine? I hear sounds I don't like. Listen to it. Checking fluids. Keeping going. Listen to back. Doesn't it sound good though? Of course, I got some kids in there because I'm a good dad. That's what dads do, is put their kids' lives in scary vehicles. As long as dad's with you, you're safe. Remember that. Yeah, so I think it looks crazy. So, here I am, drive off into the sunset, tons of rides around with the kids. Listen to it. Oh yeah, let's get back to the whole reason I started the car was to prove that I can turn it off. So, that throttle fuel valve killer, I don't really care what you call it. I got it to run, I got it to drive, the car made it back. I'm talking about brakes, don't worry, no one cares. But I think it's most important that you hear it right from the horse's mouth how exciting it was. Here you go. Thanks for watching. Enjoy my little clip. So I don't know if you saw that, but I drove my car, and it moves, and it stops, and it shifts. So I was trying to flush the radiator, that's why I was trying to get it warmed up. I drove it a bunch up and down the road. Super exciting. There's also no doors or windows. So I hit the gas on it, well, throttle, and that sucker just went boom, threw my hat off. Third gear, it scoots. So I gotta get gauges to know how fast I'm going, but when you don't know, you don't care. That turbo's super loud. I need to get the intercooler put together to quiet it down. So time to quit. I think for today, gotta clean up my mess, but I drove my car.